Doing more of the artwork for Aniara project. The book is already submitted on Kindle, which is really exciting. Whoa. But we are finishing up the audiobook version. So let's do that. This was my original idea for the audiobook. It would be this new picture, adapted for a cover art, but I kind of like this. Let's see what we can do with that. Let's try opening the actual boarding picture. Like, this is a square. What if we just took all this text? Oh, we need to use that too, but let's hold on a second. Okay, so this isn't really great yet, but hold on. That's the old version of the picture there. So essentially what we want to figure out here is this is going to show us where the no text zone should be. So let's put a color in. This is not a guarantee either. Yeah, so let's try this before we mess with anything else. Because I do like this as cover art in general. It might be a little busy for an audiobook cover. I guess I don't have the font on this PC, or on this Mac that I'm using. So I gotta use the rasterized font. Let's just see what we can do with this though. No, see, that doesn't really help. Yeah, if we do that, then it's like, what are we even showing in the picture? Aniara recent. So let's actually, we're going to delete this layer. Get rid of this. Get rid of this for now. And this. We'll just use these. Now this is just a suggestion, the idea of like not putting text in the bottom right. It's very unlikely too that Audible's going to use this book for their like only on Audible thing, because they usually save that for like books that are, you know, sponsored by them or whatever, is my understanding. But it's their choice what gets added, so they basically tell you that you should make it so that the text wouldn't be blocked if they choose to do it to your book. It's actually not bad. This is actually a pretty cool visual. I think it's pretty striking. We don't get some of my favorite aspects of it, which are the spaceship launch pad and the birds for the scale. Although we could add the birds, actually. We could open the document and just take elements from it. All right. I've been loving this software that lets me use my computer Photoshop. We did it, if anybody remembers, early on the Post America project. I was using the beta version, which would crash a lot, so I ended up not using it. I just used the iPad native Photoshop, which, as it turns out, also crashed a lot, but at least we got the project done. But for the Aniara project, I got this software has now properly come out, and it works really well. So, you know, knock on wood, I guess. Oops. But yeah, I've been really satisfied with it. It's called AstroPad Studio for anybody who wants to check it out for themselves. The thing about this picture is that you don't really get a sense of, like, people. You don't get a sense of the scale as much. You could still tell it's supposed to be a big ship, but it, you know, there's no human. We're going to paste in the text. We might end up wanting to use a different font because, first of all, I can't believe this font's not on my computer, but whatever. Okay, right, so this, first of all, let's check the 2000, good. We're going to save a new version of this, which we will say is audiobook cover version 4. We're going to work on this instead of the other one. Let's copy this along with the possible fonts layer. What's going on here? This is an old title. What other fonts did we have for possibles? Can't use that. That's not bad. When I copied the text, why is it copying? And then this one, I do like how the other one switches to a non-bold font for these bottom parts, but we'll see how that works. Okay. What the hell? Oh, it added all of my rulers. Okay. Take this, make it like that. Okay. Let's see if we like this. Might be too small to read, but we'll worry about that in a minute. Oh crap. Okay, so we gotta put these in a different layer. I think it's gonna be best if we match the angle of this. gonna lose the signature on the book cover. Now, everything related to the ship, including the background sections, this might actually go away. This, not the waves. Whoa, okay, it's a little messed up over there. I think there's a mask on one of these. Where did I put that mask? Or is it above that? Clearly it's in there somewhere. It's not in this group. It's in this? Wow, that's kind of cool, actually. Are we doing a late stage change to the to the picture? I actually really like this. Okay, what if we mess with this idea a little bit? It's funny how, like, when you're done with your art, there's always still more stuff that you might want to do to it. And it's like, yeah, I'm not sure whether or not I would have liked this design better for the, you know, actual book. But it's interesting to consider, you know, that we can still change it for the audiobook cover. That is pretty cool. Okay. Let me check my thing here. Let's take a look at some fonts. Floating. Why is there like a bounding box further than where the text is? See, that goes exactly to the edge of the text. So does that. Now, if that is the... Yeah, see that? It goes past it. That's very strange. Is this doing an auto-select? Oh, I think that it does that for text. Alright, well apparently we can't trust this thing, so we're gonna make our own thing. And we'll center that Actually, the vertical doesn't matter, but the horizontal does. And then we can adjust the title to fit the center of this thing that we made. So that would be centered. I think we'd want to move the ship as well. Or would we want to move it up? The more I look at this one, the more I actually don't like it. Let's take one off and turn that on. I have to try a third version where okay. Trying to get like an Art Deco-ish, a little bit more muted yellow. Orange is kind of nice. Or white. I guess we can pull a white from the ship. If anything, we're going to add the same lighting effect to the text that we do to that, so let's hold off on that for a minute. Definitely doesn't want to be that color. Well, the nice thing about this is it certainly has space for the thing. So let's look at that. I actually do still kind of like this one a lot, though. It's weird that they're not the same. What if I change the, take this, this and this. Is it doing anything? Oh, there we go. That's too harsh of an angle, though. Does that match this? Yeah, but it doesn't work. I think they're both pretty good as concepts. This one is obviously rougher because it doesn't have the effects added. What is it missing? Maybe let's add the effects and see what happens. Yeah. The issue with this cover is that if they do add an only from Audible thing, it's going to look really stupid that it's not at the same angle. But I guess that's kind of like a cross that bridge when you get to it type of thing. Because we have no business assuming even that they would add that. I'm pretty sure you can update cover art on Audible. So maybe we would switch to the other one if we got, added with that. Actually, we should, hold on. Let's do these both in the same layer. Okay, we had a little bit of a heavy hand there because it pretty much doesn't have any texture. I feel like we might want these to be, what do we got besides regular? Semi-bold? I think that might be better. I don't know. No, I like this better. Something weird about this font for Aniara that I'm noticing is that this spacing between the I. Why does it keep selecting? Oh, God. The spacing between the N and the I is different than the I and the A. Uh-oh. That looks pretty good. No, I like it with the spacing because it doesn't read properly when the N is too close to the I. Maybe it needs some kind of other element. Like, what if we added... What if we added, like... if we added... Okay. Let's try something like this. Well, this, here we go. Hey, we should have done this before we tilted it. And we still can. But I'm too lazy to go back and do that. Which of course means I'm going to spend extra work trying to get around it. I should just go back and do it. Okay. Ah, damn it. And I should have done something else too, but okay. Let's make something like that. And then select this. Okay. We're going to fill this with a color. Just anything. Just so we have the selection. And let's actually turn it on. Okay, let's see if we can make something interesting. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sort of going for like a 1950s sci-fi book cover type thing. Which I guess this is a 1950s sci-fi book, so that does check out. Okay, so now the way to do this would be if let's make another duplicate of this. We're going to remove, actually we can die cut it to this plus this equals that. Now this is perfectly cut. Then we can mask all these layers to only show up where this shows up if we group them. Good. We can get rid of this for now. It's looking pretty cool, actually. What we want to do is change these are all 18%, let's make them like 10%. And maybe we will, which side is in front? Okay, yeah, so this is the correct order, I guess. If we inverted this, would this change? So like if we put this at the bottom, this up here, this up here, this here. I don't think it would. No, it's the same. Okay. So we got a cool concept. I don't know yet if I actually like it. See, now they want to be different. Maybe this one's 20. Now the thing is, if you make this one 10, it's on a different like scale. So it makes it kind of difficult. Does that even add anything is the bigger question. Maybe we could put this in at the bottom. Oh wait, it already has the color overlay. Give this like a 5%. 10%. Now what I was originally going for here is that I wanted to do it twice. Why is this? Oh, it's because it's not pasted in place. Now, if I flipped horizontal, does that then match the other A, or are we screwed here? Yeah, I almost just... I mean, it's kind of cool. It doesn't really do much. I mean, we'd almost just want to like, is that something? First of all, why is it not? It is touching the A. I guess that's right. It's a little messed up, but let's just test. We'll just test it out. The drop shadow is kind of cool, actually. What if we just pulled the drop shadow without the thing? We rasterize that. Cut out this. That is kind of a cool idea, but it sort of messes with the general situation we're trying to show with the rest of the picture. Also, they seem to be having an issue, so how do we fix this? Sponge, is it, which one is the one that... Which is the one that desaturates? What does it not have a tooltip? I think it's sponge tool. Dodge tool? Oh yeah, it's on, the mode is desaturate. It doesn't seem to work though. Well, the way we could do that is we just overlay the color. Ooh, that's cool. Hold on. That's kind of cool. Now, do we want it to be 100% the size of the text? It's kind of a cool, like, thing about that. What if I made the text red? And it doesn't read. I think we're reaching a pretty cool idea here. Now, okay. Interestingly, we have, where is this layer now? No, the one is, maybe if we like did a partial one. Let's check the other one again. Starting to like this one a little better, I guess. Now, where did I have... Oh, it was this. Or actually, we can make this black. Or dark purple. And we can mask it. Go straight from 500 to 1,000. There's literally nothing between 508 and 1,000. This is kind of cool. Let's also take a mask of this, and we're just going to mask the text because it's really bothering me that the text looks like it kind of, oops, goes outside of it. We're going to have to draw this ourselves. This is looking very cool. I definitely want to cut the text a little bit, but we might want to use a different technique than that. So one of the things we had on the ship, which we don't have on the text, is, let's use the same color that we used for this shadow. This is what happens when you just screw around. You end up finding ideas you really like. That's all art really is, I suppose. And we're just going to add the color overlay to this, same as that, so we don't have to worry about the color. And yeah, we can add a shadow. And we'll do the same, obviously, with the other stuff too, but not yet. We'll just worry about this for now. Okay, I want to add another thing using what? I don't know how I can pull it. I could probably grab it from here. And we're basically going to hit this with the same. Is this? Oh, this doesn't want to have this as a mask. It wants to have the text as a mask. Right. Right. Okay. It has to be a lighter shade than what the text actually is. That's pretty cool. I think this makes it too much. Or maybe we could turn it down. I'm struggling with I don't want the title to be so bright that it outshines the actual ship, which might be a case of us wanting to actually raise the ship stuff. Maybe like lower this effect. You know what, that could be it too, is that the title needs not only a shadow on the bottom, but a shadow on the left and right. This is pretty cool. Okay. Now you basically just want to add a bunch of effects to the other stuff. But probably not as many. Whoa. Okay, I think I'm just going to lower the opacity on this. What's the opacity? Okay, 87 on Aniara text, so. Why does this... Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the wrong thing. There you go. Okay. I think we also want to move the ship a little bit. These we're going to keep at 100 because they're too small not to. I think this is a pretty cool cover. If it adds the only from Audible thing, we will be in trouble because that looks stupid. But if it doesn't, I think that's pretty darn cool. Now, I might want to do 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't move them left, we can only move them down. I think But we got something here. This also looks good to me, but I think this is better for the audiobook. Let's see what happens if we change the mask again. I think that improved it, because the wave radiating directly out of the ship works in the picture, and the picture in the audiobook or in the book, but not necessarily for the cover. Okay, this is pretty cool. Let's save this, and we'll sleep on it. And we'll see if we still like it in the morning. Guys, that's going to do it. We went through a lot of revisions. We went through a lot of different ideas and, things I didn't like. We arrived at something I think is pretty darn striking. So that'll do it for this one. Thank you for joining. If you want to see where the book is going to be available, it's already been submitted to be on the Kindle store. That's going to be coming in a few days, assuming everything goes right. If you want to find it on Audible, you can just search for Aniara, Aniara, just like you see on screen. You can search the same thing on Amazon to find it on Amazon in book form. Both versions will have the illustrations that we created on stream. The audiobook version is narrated by me. So yeah, you'll get a whole bunch of stuff, whichever version you get. Keep an eye out for it. Obviously, if you want to support the stuff that I do, or if you just like the story and like the pictures we've been doing and you want to see them for yourself, then check it out when it comes out. This may be the last episode if we end up going with this cover. So thank you to everybody for being a part of this. This is another book that I have published myself, based on somebody else's work that I created an illustrated edition of and an audiobook version of for a book that was otherwise out of print. So I'm really happy to be able to, to do that and bring it to more people. And if you want to see more of these behind the scenes videos, we did a whole bunch of them throughout the process of making this book. There's 40 something episodes of, painting and audiobook editing and all sorts of stuff. So keep an eye out for that. And of course, if you want to pick up the book or audiobook for yourself, you can find it on Amazon and Audible in a few days. I'll see you guys on the next one.